Hello everyone, this is my reaction to yesterday's Inside Star Citizen, content driven. I would like to point out whenever we have any discussion about hex code colors, there is one person who writes, I don't want to see pink ships. This ship sailed a long time ago. We have pink Star Kitten dragonflies. We have pink Valentine's Day ship colors. We have pink armor sets, for example, Starstruck and NV. We have bear helmets, we have Nerf guns, we have Fortnite color schemes, for example, Mirai Pulse, and now we have this. Other games like iRacing and ACC let players totally customize their cars without any problems. In a game like Star Citizen, which is full of magic, seeing pink ships, pink armor sets doesn't annoy me, magic does.
The way the content patches are going to break down are we're ultimately trying to provide new content to you each month. Alongside all of this, we're going to be essentially providing new missions, new events, kind of a lot of what we've done before, but taking it up to the next level.
New content each month. Color me very skeptical because CRG has a long history of giving us timelines that they never keep, even back in the 2.0 days. But yes, new content sounds very interesting and it is very needed. Missions in Star Citizen are boring and repetitive. Every bunker looks the same, every distribution center looks the same. CRG cannot even be bothered to give us like 5-10 different layouts. I have zero interest to play the boring and repetitive missions in Star Citizen, so hopefully this will change.
We're going to be sending you all the way around the verse, doing lots of different varied types of gameplay.
Spoiler, combat plus combat plus combat plus combat, and a little bit non-combat, because in year 13 all CRG understands is fighting in combat and not even very well.
On top of that, there's going to be a huge focus now on stability and quality of life too, because we want a stable environment for our developers to work in, but we also want a stable game that's less buggy, less crashes, and much more pleasant for you guys to play day to day.
I don't know if I should find this funny or sad, because CRG is telling us the same thing for more than 7 years by now. Here are a few quotes.
Epiphany that we've had internally, which is, okay, we need to focus on how the game plays now. We've got to improve the quality of life. We've got to improve the user experience, the UI, how you get into it, make it accessible, ensure that the gameplay right now is polished. We're not there yet, but we are definitely working towards that every single release, and that is a priority for us.
Yeah, Chris thinks we are stupid, Chris thinks we forget. Chris can just play the same hand again. Playability in year 13 is still trash, not even elevators work reliably. And Chris is not wrong, I actually forgot about this, so thank you very much for this screenshot. So I thought maybe I can find more, let's see.
We evaluate where we are, set priorities, and make adjustments while also looking at quality of life issues in the current gameplay. Are the ththings that we want to address for quality of life, or things we could do in the game to make the gameplay right now feel better. Because ultimately, the amount of functionality that we have actually in the game right now, if it all works together and works well, is more than a lot of release games. Sea of Thieves just came out, and we have like more variety of missions, hell of a lot more ships, a bunch more stuff that you can do, and a lot more area to play in.
Gameplay is getting a lot of attention this quarter, as we are trying to focus on quality of life improvements and upgrades to current in-game systems and features.
Things that we're trying to fix towards 3.5, which are more like quality of life improvements and making sure that it's as bug-free as we possibly can. I think just general fixes and basically quality of life stuff. That's been a major one.
We've had a lot of talk lately about a renewed focus towards quality of life fixes and making the game as it is now more enjoyable, more stable. What can you tell us a little bit about what that plan is for quarter 4? I know we've got 3.7.1 on the P2 right now. Take us through what you know.
Yeah, so 3.7.1 is up on PTU now. There's definitely, when we went live with 3.7.0, there were some issues, there were some bugs that we definitely wanted fixed, but we wanted to go ahead and get 3.7 out the door. So we're working towards those things, and we're trying to get that live. And then yeah, looking ahead to this rest of this quarter, I think we definitely want to do at least one more point patch, and then we'll obviously have 3.8 at the end of the year. And you're right, like there is a absolute push right now to get more focus on quality of life fixes.
And we've also been shifting to quality of life, staggered development, which is, you saw a little bit of that in Alpha 3.7. We're more serious about that. So we've moved the teams to 6-month cycles. We're still delivering patches every 3 months, but the teams themselves get 6 months to work on their features or their content that will go into whatever patch they're sort of designated for.
Is there still a small team working on quality of life bug fixes? The game keeps getting new stuff, but there are still loads of persistent bugs that make playing what we have frustrating.
It's actually company-wide.
Hey everybody, the upcoming 3.17.2 patch looks to bring with it a variety of new gameplay opportunities, bug fixes, and quality of life improvements.
We also have an expectation that teams account for time to address what we call quality of life issues and bug fixing. And so along with the feature development commitments, because we would need to develop this specific feature, we ask for teams to account for unknown unknowns, we ask for teams to account for tech debt, we ask for teams to account for quality of life and bug fixing. And so it's just a matter of what percentage of the team's times are spent on each of those allocations. And often new feature development dominates the team's schedule, but there are times where we pull those levers around and we say, okay, we're going to need to spend more time on quality of life this quarter, or more time on bug fixing, or more time on tech debt.
Will things be different this time? Color me very skeptical.
Save Stanton is an event that spans over a few months, and it is all about a gang that has invaded Stanton. And it's not one of the usual ones either, it's not one of the usual suspects.
And this is exactly one of the reasons why I have so many problems with Star Citizen's quote-unquote storytelling. A gang invading Stanton and blockading space stations. Really, is this the best you can do? Has anyone ever heard of a story where a motorbike gang is laying siege to a city for days and no police, no military is showing up? And for what reason? What would be the benefit for the motorbike gang? Come on, Stanton is a high security area. There is lots of military. Why should a gang be able to blockade a space station? That's so bad. I can tell you what would work. For example, how about aliens? How about Vandals coming into Stanton and blockading a space station? This would make sense. But of course in year 13 we still don't have any aliens in the game yet.
The big story beat was that there was a new outlaw pack sort of showed up in Stanton's system and was wreaking havoc.
Yeah, that's the best CRG can come up with, a new outlaw gang coming into Stanton and wreak havoc. Why? What would be the benefit for the outlaw gang? Where is security? Where are police forces? Where are military forces? Stanton is a rather high security area. This makes no sense at all.
Slices had showed their power and showed what they was really about and brought in an Idris.
That's really, really sad. That's all CRG can do. Outlaws are coming into Stanton and they brought an Idris. This is so old, this is so bad. Why should outlaws get hands on an Idris? And CRG is using this for many, many years by now in Xenothreat already. Yeah, storytelling in year 13 in Star Citizen is still not exactly fantastic. Chris, you need to hire someone who can make engaging, fun, interesting and logical missions. Why should I believe a handful of outlaws come into Stanton, lay siege to a station and destroy things just for the fun of it? Stanton has security forces, police forces, military forces. Well, at least in theory. In practice, not so much, but because CRG hasn't worked on those things yet. Thanks for watching. And see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
War. War never changes.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.